Listen, guys, I grew up on fuck old Steve Perry fucking um like I grew up listening to that stuff on the radio. I grew up on Night Moves, Old Sherry from Steve Perry. Um shit. Dude, Eye of the Tiger. Dude, there's so much songs that I went through, like I've always, I've always tried to, I'm not trying to recreate the people that invent, back in the 80s, back in the fucking 70s and 80s, they went for that shit. They did it. They put themselves there, you know. They, whoever, if they got through a relationship or if they got out of one. And that's the thing, guys. Like, I went through the worst relationship I was ever to. And then I just got myself into a better good relationship, which is better than I thought it would ever be. I'm starting to go back to where I used to be. Like, I'm starting to you know, kind of slowly move my distance back because I'm afraid. I'm I'm very, like when you get close to someone and you kind of cuz after what happened to me, I kind of want to move back, but at the same time I have to move forward. I have no choice. That's the thing. Back in those days, that's how it was for them back then. For the people that, grew up listening to Steve Perry, shit. Shit, there's too many, guys. There's too many. Like nowadays generations, you got fucking these whack ass shit. Like like go back to the fucking listen to Eye of the Tiger, for instance, or Old Sherry, fucking this is what that's what really makes a really good difference. People like that, they don't understand. See, these kids, that are so used to Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, all this. I don't I don't listen to that stuff. That's a one difference that I don't listen to. I'll listen to Upchurch and my classics and Metallica and that's just me, man. Because, everybody's different in their own personal way. They're different in their all aspects. Me, for instance, I'm proud of myself because I grew up listening to classics for one. I grew up to learn the stories of what was going on in their life and telling their story. You know, that's what it's all about. And it doesn't have to be, a relationship startup, It doesn't have to be that way. If you love someone, you gotta be actually committed. You gotta actually gotta full fucking blow the shit. You actually gotta stick together. Fully. Fully. No mistakes. No cheating. Those are two best things. Like, hell, shit. I'll listen to Lady Gaga here and there when I have, I'll listen. Only one song is I have from Lady Gaga is The Cure. That's about it. Like, I'm, that's the only song I have. Like, I'm more of a laid back, classic kind of person because you don't see me wear Elton John or you don't know. I'm not that kind of person. My dad was the same way. My dad was the same fucking way. Yeah, he would listen to his rap music, he would listen to, whatever he wanted, but when it comes certain times, he would listen to his classics. And that's what he grew up on. My dad was born in 71. You know, he grew up in that genre. My genre is fucked up because look, I grew up with crazy motherfuckers. My family was crazy as it is. I grew up listening to their classic music, which I didn't mind. I listen to Spanish music once in a great while. I don't like I don't understand it, but I actually understand classic music because I understand, the understanding the meanings of the stories of what they're saying. But for you guys out there, I don't worry about you. But I mean, if you have a difficulty with your wife or your husband or if your boyfriend or your girlfriend, dude, you gotta take it very serious. You gotta like, pop it in. I'm not saying what I mean, but I mean like you gotta stick together. What I mean by pop it in, you gotta stick together fully to the max. You guys can't just go and cheat and do shit like that. Fuck no. See, if you cheat on somebody, that's fucking wrong. Because if your girlfriend tells you to something you do and you go do something else, or if your boyfriend tells you to do something and you don't do it, then there's something wrong. Because I'm not gonna come off poppy, I'm not gonna come off this, I'm not gonna do that. Look, what I'm saying is I'm a laid back person. I'm well known. Like you can ask everybody in my community. If you hear Matthew Montez the second, shit, everybody knows me. Everybody knows me here in this town. Shit. If you were not even from here, and if you heard the name, that'll just pop off right off your head, right off real quick. Shit. If you like, you know, if people will come up to me like, "Hey, what's up, Matthew? What are you doing?" That's them. People have respect in my small town community. Yes, there may be gangs. Yes, there may be different things. But me, I don't do any of that stuff. The reason why I do the stuff that I do is because I'm a southern gentleman. I may be a laid back person. My dad wasn't raised the way I was raised. I was raised in Oklahoma, Native American, and I understand Cherokee. I understand natives. I understand words. It's just, with other Indian tribes, I cannot understand. Every time I go out to Oklahoma, I understand my people. But love you, skins. Love yous. Laters.